Ramyashri. Welcome to my channel Ashwin's Astrology. Wishing all my viewers on this auspicious occasion of Shri Krishna Janmashtami. May Shri Krishna shower his blessings and protect all of you and your families the way he protected Pandavas in Mahabharata. I am making this video specially on this occasion to analyze the horoscope of Bhagavan Shri Krishna. Shri Krishna is the 8th avatar of Bhagavan Shri Vishnu and is one of the Sampurna avatars. In Vedic astrology, we consider Bhagavan Shri Krishna's avatar as planet moon, and that's why the analysis of Shri Krishna's avatar through his horoscope is of great importance. We get to learn a lot about Bhagavan Shri Krishna, and also it lays out many of the Vedic astrological principles. If you like my video so far, please like, share and subscribe to my YouTube channel, and also press the bell icon to receive instant notifications. If you want to drop in any feedback and suggestions, even the comment box, you can make use of it. And also, please do watch this video till the end if you are an astrological enthusiast. And also share the video with your family and friends. So let's begin the analysis of the horoscope. So this is the Janma Kundli of Shri Krishna. So has detailed out in Harivamsha Purana, Bhagavata Purana and also in the Vishnu Purana. Ashtamyam Shravana Mase Krishna Pakshe Mahatitav Rohinyam Ardharatrecha Shuddhamsha Udayonmukhe. So as per the Amanta Paddhati, it was Shravana Masa, Krishna Paksha and Ashtami Tithi. When Rohini Nakshatra was prevailing during the midnight, Shri Krishna was born to Devaki and Vasudeva. And we can see here moon is present in Vrishabh Rashi, Rohini Nakshatra, and Vrishabh Rashi itself is the Lagna for Shri Krishna. So moon is exalted in the Lagna and is aspected by Saturn, who is the Yoga Karaka for this Lagna. So this made him such a good looking and had such magnetic appearance as well, such pleasing appearance. And also the Lagna Lord Venus is in a beautiful exchange with moon. Venus and moon have exchanged their places. So Lagna Lord Venus is in the 3rd house and the 3rd Lord moon is in the Lagna. So this beautiful exchange and also the aspect of Shani on the Lagna, who is in Yoga Karaka, shows that he was such good looking and handsome. Because of Shani's aspect, he was dark, that is, he was like Neela Megha Shyama, as described in all our scriptures. And though dark, he was such a good looking and handsome and had that magnetic appearance. And Vrishabh Lagna's Lord Venus is actually the representative of that beauty and for that charmness along with moon. Both moon and Venus being the feminine planets represents that beauty, appearance, charmness and all. So we can see that in Sri Krishna. And also the Lagna Lord Venus is in 3rd house and is afflicted with 2 malefics. So here Mars and Rahu are natural malefics, and also Mars is the 7th and 12th Lord. So 7th house represents that battle, war or enemies also, because the 6th Lord Venus is not just the Lagna Lord but also the 6th Lord. So the 6th and 7th conjunction in the 3rd house, because 3rd house is not a Trikona or Kendra to represent or to indicate any good aspects. So 3rd house being a house of talents and also for house of efforts, and it's a Parakrama Sthana basically. So we could see the Parakrama of Shri Krishna since birth. So since the time he was born, he had to face many enemies, and this is explained in this horoscope also through this 3 planetary conjunction of Mars, Venus and Rahu in the 3rd house. But because Venus disposed a moon was exalted and was very strong and aspected by Yoga Karaka, so Shri Krishna was victorious in every encounter with his enemy, because he had that Yoga Karaka's aspect on the Lagna and also on the disposter of Venus. So Lagna was strong and also Lagna Lord was also strong, because when Lagna Lord's disposter is strong, it adds up to the strength of Lagna Lord. And because Venus is in such good exchange as well, 1 and 3 exchange, so this was ensured by it. And we can see here that for Vrishabh Lagna, there are 3 Karakas, mainly Surya, Buddha, and Shani. Shani is the Yoga Karaka, and Surya and Buddha are the benefic Karakas, the functional benefits, to name it technically. So for Vrishabh Lagna, Surya, Buddha, and Shani's placements become very important because these three planets are the ones which will confer the greatest of great positions or any kind of achievements for a person's life. So for Sri Krishna, we have seen that Shani being in the seventh house is Digbali here. So Shani is placed in a very strong position here, and Surya, who is the fourth lord, is in the fourth house itself, and Buddha, who is the second and fifth lord, is exalted here. So we can see that all the three Karaka planets of Sri Krishna's Vrishabh Lagna was placed very well, and that's why it added up to the strength of Sri Krishna. And Sun, who is the fourth lord, becomes the indicator of mother, and Sun by natural karakatva is the indicator of father. So both from both point of view, Sun was representing his parents, and Jupiter is not a karaka for this lagna. Jupiter, even though is a natural benefit, is a functional malefic for this lagna, and Jupiter is 8th and 11th lord, and that's why 8th Lord Jupiter sitting in 4th house along with the 4th Lord Sun is somewhat hampering that 4th house. So the 4th house represents not just a mother but also the domestic happiness also, and the kind of Matru Sukha, what we say, that also is represented by fourth house. And we could see that as soon as Shri Krishna was born, he was separated by his mother and also by his father, because sun represents the father also, and he had to stay away from his parents. So this is very well depicted in the chart through the placement of the conjunction of sun and Jupiter in the fourth house. And not just that, it also indicates troubles for parents as well, because sun was very close to Rahu here, and there was malefic planets next to sun. So sun was somewhat kind of in Papa Kartari, even though Mercury is at the other end. So Jupiter is not a Karaka planet. So the 8th house Lord Jupiter conjunct with sun in Leo sign in Simha Rashi indicates that parents were in trouble, and indeed his parents were in trouble. They were in jail actually. So this is well depicted here. And Mercury, who is another Karaka planet for Vrishabh Lagna, was exalted in the fifth house. So Sri Krishna was highly intelligent and highly tactful and highly skilled. He never jumped into any arguments or any discussions. Because moon was in a Sthira Rashi and exalted, he was very calm, he was very patientful, he used to listen to everyone for all the kind of attack done on him, for any kind of arguments done over him, but he never used to respond quickly. He used to listen to everyone, and then he used to reply to them in a very tactful manner, which he is inheriting or which he is taking it from the Mercury here. So Buddha being such exalted planet here in this Kundli shows that he was he was naturally blessed with that intelligence, that he never used to get into war every time. He used to try to avoid war each and every time just through the words. So he knew to play with the words. So if we have read Mahabharata also, even Bhagavata also, uh, Arjun always used to say Shri Krishna that I can never win against you in the words. And also Balarama used to say that nobody can convince you through words, you convince everyone. So Shri Krishna had that great convincing capability also, because Mercury was placed so well in his horoscope, and also Moon was placed in a very good position. So for any horoscope, when we see outer planets Mars, Jupiter, Saturn should be in good positions, but with that, the skill sets are always represented by the inner planets like Mercury, Venus, and Moon. And that's why these three planets should be in a very good position. And for Sri Krishna, these planets were in a very apt positions to carry out the duties or carry out the task which he had intended to do it in his avatar, and that's why he was born. And we can see that Shani being in seventh house, Digbali, who is the ninth and tenth lord, so he knew what he was into and he completely focused on it. He did get married very late, He had his education also very late. So even though fifth Lord Mercury was placed well in this, because we had such terrible combinations of Mars, Venus, Rahu in third house, Sun, Jupiter in fourth house, he couldn't get that primary education or the education very early in life, the way others of his family got, or his cousins or others could get in during those times. But he was naturally blessed with intelligence, so that is what Mercury represents here. Ketu being in the ninth house is a very good placement, because Rahu Ketu in 3-9 axis shows that kind of parakrama as well as the kind of knowledge he possesses. So Ketu in ninth house shows him as an adhyatmic and also a person who knows what is right and what is wrong. So because ninth house is the Dharma Bhava and also the Bhagya Bhava. So ninth house represents father as well, and for any kind of higher spiritual learning as well. So Ketu here is the best placement we can see. So he knew what is right and what is wrong, and being of course an avatar of Sri Vishnu, he was very clear of what his task or what his duty or what are responsibilities in this avatar. So that is very well depicted here in the Lagna. So now comparing with the Navamsha Kundli, keeping both Rashi and Navamsha Kundli side by side, we can see that the Lagna of Rashi Kundli has shifted to one Rashi in the Navamsha Kundli. So it was Vrishab Lagna in the Rashi Kundli, and it's now Mithun Lagna in the Navamsha Kundli. Moon is present in both the Lagnas itself. So we can consider that the dignity of Moon is well maintained. So it shows that Hawaii Krishna was always calm and patientful. So it is even depicted in the Navamsha Kundli. And also to mention here, Venus and Jupiter, who are the natural benefits, are in its Mula Trikona Rashis in Navamsha Kundli. So the condition of Venus and Jupiter has significantly improved in the Navamsha Kundli. And the natural malefics, Mars and Saturn, are Vargottam here. That is, they are placed in the same Rashis as in Rashi Kundli. So Mars was present in Karka Rashi in Rashi Kundli, and in Navamsha also it is present in Karka Rashi itself. And Shani, was in Vrishchik Rashi, is present in Vrishchik Rashi only in Navamsha also. But it is conjunct with Rahu here. So Rahu is conjuncting with Rahu, Saturn in 6th house. So this shows that why Sri Krishna was always chased by one or the other enemy throughout his life, because 6th house represents that rogue, ripu and rent. So he was always in search of some or the other person, the enemy. Starting it was Kamsa, and next it was relatives of Kamsa like Jarasandha, and later it was Kaurava, Shakuni. Then later at the end of life also, even Hunter attacked Sri Krishna, and we know that. So throughout the life, Sri Krishna was attacked or was always troubled by enemies. So this is again well depicted in the Navamsha Kundli also, that Shani Rahu's conjunction in Vrishchik Rashi, all the hidden enemies, because Vrishchik Rashi is a very secretive sign. So planets like Shani and Rahu there shows that he had so many hidden enemies, but Sri Krishna was highly intelligent and was aware of it, and that's why he was able to be victorious against them as well, because Mars, who is the disposer of both Shani and Rahu, was debilitated. Mars is definitely debilitated in both Rashi as well as in Navamsha, but it is Vargottam also. So Mars is shedding that maleficness and giving some amount of good results here. So Mars is not a Karaka planet for the for this Kundli actually, but still it is proving to be beneficial to some extent because it is Vargottam. And here Jupiter is aspecting Lagna as well as the moon. So this is a very important point or important feature of this Kundli, because Jupiter is actually not the Karaka of Sri Krishna's Kundli from the Rashi Kundli perspective, but being the seventh lord in the seventh house in the Navamsha Kundli, so this bestows that most of the problems Sri Krishna was able to resolve through his intellectual capability, which is promised by Mercury in the Rashi Kundli, and also by wisdom. So he had that enormous storage of wisdom in him, and that we can see here. and Mercury, who is the fifth lord in the Rashi Kundli, is moving to the eighth house. So he was very well aware and was completely knowledgeable about the enemy's past background, everything. So we can see throughout the story of Bhagavata or in the Mahabharata, especially in Mahabharata, when he had to guide Arjuna or Bhima also with respect to Jarasandha, he knew how Jarasandha was born, or he knew how Shishupala was born. So he was very well aware, in detailed knowledge he had about all his enemies. So all his hidden enemies, visible enemies, everywhere. So he knew that hidden intent of the person also. So it was very easy for Shri Krishna to get to know that. So through his Kundli now here we can see that the all the planets are placed very well in his Kundli. So we, even though we don't see any Mahapurusha yogas, the way we see in Sri Ram's Kundli, we don't see much exalted planets, much debilitated planets, like much exalted planets or many Mahapurusha yogas and all. But this Kundli has the planets in a very apt positions required has for Sri Krishna's life, and we can see that he was victorious and he never indulged in war every time. Only when it was necessary, he used to get involved in the war, and he always used to solve his problems or any kind of troubles caused by enemies through his wit and wisdom. So this is very well shown in this horoscope. So this was the horoscope analysis of Sri Krishna. I hope you found it useful. Please do drop in your feedback and suggestions in the comment box. I'll definitely take it up. So until I come up with next video, thank you. Shri Krishna Vande Jagat Guru.